So my kid's downstairs listening to Iron Man. Thank you, Ozzy. It seems a good time. We just had Bono on the Hill talking about keeping money for foreign aid and extreme poverty, which I completely support, and I think it's a great idea. And on the back end of all that, I want to say the logistics and the mechanics of making this planet a supportive reality for everybody, it has so many levels that some of those great leaders tend to forget that there are higher energies working behind the scenes that have been supporting them to have the ability to support life on Earth. And yeah, I'm going to call you out, Bono, and you don't really care. And I think that is so funny. I think that is hilarious. That, like, you scream your ass off for songs and for support from God, and God shows up and gives you all the songs and all the support and all the money and all the cash you would ever need. And then when push comes to shove in the 3D physical form, you still want to go it alone, buddy. Yeah. So, is that really funny to me? Well, funny from a one-on-one, but not funny on a 7 billion people walking the planet waiting for a miracle, and that's why they came, and you keep denying that I am who I am and I know what I know. And so I think you're dear Lord Jesus Christ, don't let me speak my mind. I think you'd be astounded by what we set up before you got here. If you took the time to have a conversation with it on a one-on-one. I mean, all the photographs with all your girls and all that shit, that's really nice. That's beautiful. That's kind. But it ain't serving anybody, babe. It ain't helping the kids. And yeah, there's a lot of ghosts, as you said in one of your songs. Where do you think all those songs came from? Guys who are watching this, dudes, friends, girls, family of light that are like, why is she so pissed off at Bono? I'm not really pissed off at Bono. I'm a little bit frustrated with the guy as one of us who really wants to be the savior, who really wants to be the one, and is, in his own right, in his own paradigm, in his own musical reality. Gosh dang. All right, let's say, goddamn, dude, thank you. You stood up for the light and you screamed your ass off to put a foundation underneath everything I lived, and I can't thank you enough. And I'm going to say this straight out to Bono. Do I like the fact that I signed up to be the reflection of that? I love that I signed up to be the reflection of that, but I really hate that you're so hung up on your egotistical influence on world leaders that you lost the point that they're just human beings. They're just people. And you keep putting them on pedestals as if you're going to lose something if they don't listen to you, and that means you lost it. You lost it. Because if they don't want to listen to you, then you shake the dust off your feet and you move on. Because there are many souls, billions of souls, who will listen to you, and they have more power than so-called leaders. So if I'm showing up in your life, Bono, right now, as the daughter of God, which I've always been, and shit, I'm not going to go into this for your benefit, but God and I have been playing this game on multiple levels beyond your ability to comprehend. And that is not an egotistical statement. That is just, I know what I know, that I know what I know. And which is why I even make these videos. So Bono, there's a high bar, and you may not ever choose to play with it and experience it. It breaks not just my heart, but a lot of people's hearts, especially your own children and your family. Please don't leave the planet before you hit that note of perfection of God that you've always known you were born to be. But damn it, you can't influence people that don't want to give in to God. That's a really good way to say it. They're going to want to be powerful. They're going to want to have power over. They're going to want their paychecks. They're going to want their houses. They're going to want their stuff. And they're going to want to feel like they're smart and they're wise. And I don't discount any of their, proclivities for feeling as though they have insight. But the angle of God has been and always was, when you two started, God's got a game going on, and it's a big ass plan. It's a big ass plan, and it includes all of music. And you know that. So we can go to the hill, we can run the one campaign, we can play with Red, and god damn it, let's do that. Let's send money all over the world to help moms and kids, because I'm a poor mom sometimes too. But if you leave out the miraculous of your knowing, you've left out your best hit in the game. She is a rainbow and she loves the peaceful life. And she knows Jesus will go crazy if he doesn't go crazy tonight. He's my best friend. We don't just play on earth. Play sounds like such a unemotional word. So let's say it better, Jesus. Let's say it like, we don't just rock it. We don't just prove it on earth. He and I have been doing this for a long time, and he speaks through you, and I He gave you his proclivity. He gave you his embodiment. He gave you his he laid down, he got out of the way so that you could take the prize, take the credit, take the money, take the proof of the belief system. I don't give a shit what he does. He's my babe. He's my baby. He's my boy. And so if he says, talk to Bono, because Bono actually heard me, I say, okay. I don't get it 100%, lifetime to lifetime to lifetime. But when you get that much, and you keep going on your own egotistical sort of no, she really doesn't exist, she's not this, then you prevent him working through you in such a fashion that I don't know how else to say this, that in this lifetime, Bono, you deserve it. Fuck yeah. I mean, yeah, yes, my faith kicked butt. And that's what he asked you to do. And then he sends me in, and it wasn't just you. I've been sent in for other people and other paradigms, so we could talk about that over coffee if you want. But I've been doing this for a long time, and he's always like, now go here, now go here, now go here, now go here, this person, that shaman, that, ashram, that this or that. And Jesus, I just do what he tells me to do. And so I look at you and I'm like, you seriously doubt, no offense, but you seriously doubt that the game of the son and the mother on behalf of love really rocks that way. What else would a mother do? 3D, 4D, 5D, 6D, 7D, 8D, visible, invisible, it doesn't really matter. But when her son is trying to run a planet and teach it love, and he's like, Mom, I need you to follow me here, not go do this, not go do that. I'm like, whatever gets them off the back of love, honey. That's what I've been doing. And you've never met me, blah, blah, blah. But, I've been doing this for a long time, friend. And the scariest thing as her is that you'd forget yourself, your other selves, your other Christed selves, and you'd forget him. But he asked you to be that embodiment here now, and then he assigned me to vindicate, prove, I don't have any words for this, reflect that, because as you know, it's his world, it's his creation, and he really, 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 really wants people to understand how deep that love is, his love, as is yours. But I've been begging you for like 5 years, and you keep acting like nothing. So I don't keep talking with you on my behalf. I keep talking with you on behalf of the other aspect of you that is him. Psalm 44. We have heard with our ears, O God, our fathers have told us what work thou didst in their days, in the times of old, how thou didst drive out the heathen with thy hand, and plantedst them, how thou didst afflict them in the people, and cast them out. We don't like casting people out. We want everyone to know how much they're loved. You're a hard nut to crack, Bono. Especially with all that money and all that shit, but god damn it. Did I say that? God damn it. When you leave the planet, Jesus is going to be like, did you fucking hook up with my mom and sister or not? Because we're kind of like brother, sister on another planet, which we can talk about if you want. But proving that two aspects of Jesus can find each other and validate each other blows every government, every paradigm, every out of the water. Now I know in your mind you're probably like, oh no, but if you go to the hill, da, da, da. You miss the point. That's what they want. That's what they hope for, is that like you get so obsessed with like the details that you end up dying before the bigger picture exposes itself. That's how it's always rolled. Even back to Egypt, it just rolled that way. But luckily, we saw that coming. And you don't ever give up the big picture, so you jump from the big time down to the details. Most people are gonna fucking have a cow and be like, no, You have to deal with that. You have to accept that. You have to be like, that's okay. What did he used to say? Like, the God I believe in is not short on cash or whatever. Well, that's true. But the God you believe in also is not short on resources. Call it cash, call it whatever you want. But sometimes the resources God is spending or using or throwing in your face is his firstborn. Me. Not easy to say and much less not easy to walk. But she's a rainbow and she loves a peaceful life and she shows up in your room as a light bulb. So deny it and die. And I hate saying that to you, but he just told me to acknowledge her or like not. Yeah, your family will be fine and they'll have all the money they need and they'll have all those mansions and all that shit. But that wasn't the point of you being aware of this much of the Bible. So I only chose or agreed to be here because they said, they being like the entire kingdom of heaven, they said it would turn the corner for Earth. And I was like, really? I'm in. Let's go. I'll do it. And they're like, well, it's going to be really challenging. And I'm like, I don't care. I'm in. Earth's worth it. Earth is an incredible planet. There's nowhere else like this, Bono. Even when we die, there's no place like Earth. Don't leave it unproven.